Alrighty, hey guys, welcome back. Today's going to be pretty much like an update video. There's a big new patch. I said I was going to do more of these in the future on big patches, and today we got a really good one. It's fixing a lot of problems, it's adding a lot of things to the game, and it's also nerfing some things. So I'm going to go over all of it. I also have a pretty much a list of the top things I found in the patch, because there's a lot of stuff in the patch. There's always the bug fixes, the minor fixes, but the big stuff, in my opinion, I wrote a list. I'm going to put that same list in the description just so everyone can have it, you know. But alright, so let's start it out. So the first thing, this is kind of minor, but it's also kind of good. The trade skill gives you better deals per level. So in your character, pretty much trade right here. The higher your trade was, there was like a little percent of a discount you would get from the from towns and from, I think, just from towns. But pretty much with this patch, you get, it's an increased amount, so you get better deals pretty much. Now, this is the big part of the patch. The second part is smarter lords, like pretty much people in your clan, people in other kingdoms that have armies, that have big units and stuff. This is a huge change. It was well needed, and it's good that it's here. So I'm going to list off the main important parts because there's a lot of parts to it. So Lord's parties have better units now and less recruits. So you can't really, I haven't tested out too much, but they do have significantly better units, and it's not just 80% recruits like it used to be. So you have to be more careful in taking bigger fights. Now Lords have also better garrisons. That means they have more units in the garrison because they're playing smarter now. So they're putting more units in their garrison, so it's not as easy to attack castles anymore as it used to be. And it's even harder to attack towns now. Now, with that, they also improved a lot of the AI things that go with lords as well, which will be, they will visit settlements more for food and units when they're in an army. They're not going to starve, and they're going to recruit a lot better. So it's going to be a lot bigger fights now because everyone's going to have a lot more units on both sides. They will also wait at settlements if a lot of units are wounded. They're going to wait a little bit until they're fully up and ready. And now there was this one bug that if you have an army, you create an army, right? And let's say you have somebody who's about to join your army, but they see an enemy group, even if it's 3 times higher than them, they're going to start running towards that enemy group to attack them because they think, oh, because they think that your army is going to follow them, even if you don't. And they're going to attack that one and they're going to lose. So pretty much they fix that bug. So they're not going to just attack random parties. They're just going to go straight into your army, which is a good change because I remember a lot of times I had to go chase someone down because my ally decided to just go in and attack somebody. It's a very good change. Now another thing is poor clans will attack more because they want more land, right? So let's say, well, I can't really do in this situation because I took over the whole map, right? But let's say if I had like this part of the map and there was like 3 clans here, right? One was really small, one was slightly bigger, and one was huge, let's say like other part of the map, right? The smaller clans would attack more than the bigger clans because they want obviously more land, which makes sense. So it's a good change, I feel. Now, another big change. Escape chance reduced by 25% if you are mobile, and 50% if the prisoner is put into a settlement. Amazing change in my opinion, because before this patch, you would get in a fight with somebody, you would capture them, they would escape like literally half a day after, and they would come back with the same big army the next day. But with this, it's pretty much reducing that chance. You can hold them for a lot longer, which will give you a bigger chance to take over a town, you know, or a castle without them just forming another army. I think this is a very good change. Now, some changes to caravans. They're nerfing it even more in a way, but they're also giving it they're nerfing it, but they're also giving it like a balance change, I would say. So the thing is, you cannot trade troops to caravans, villagers, or militia parties. So I did make a tutorial before where I pretty much showed you how to trade units after you start a caravan to make them stronger. Unfortunately, you cannot do that anymore because you cannot trade troops. But when you go into a town, which I'm going to do right here just to show you as an example, and you want to start a caravan, what they pretty much did is, let's talk to him, right? Is that when you say, hey, I want to start a caravan, there's a second option now where you can form a caravan with better troops, but it's going to cost pretty much 150% more, or 1.5 times the price. As you can see right here, the original price is 15,000, and the bigger price for better troops is 22,500. So, you know, it kind of makes sense. I kind of like how you can choose now, but they also stated that the party limit will stay at 30 for now. You never know what can change in the future. Hopefully they put it back up, but we'll see. And also, when I said that the lords, they wait in towns, caravans wait in towns also if they're wounded, which is good. They're becoming smarter as well. Now let's talk about two small changes and then one big change as well. So another small change is that the gang leader needs weapon quest, where the gang leader, when you talk to the gang leader, and the gang leader's like, hey, I want 20 crossbows, but I'm only going to give you 2,000, which was completely, you know, BS, because you wouldn't make any money in that situation. They will not offer the crossbows anymore. They will offer just regular weapons, and you can actually make a profit now, which is good in my opinion. Now the next one is peasants can no longer be upgraded to Watchmen directly. Why they did this was because a lot of people were making huge armies of, like, I think the Watchmen, I don't know if they're the ones or the upgrade after the Watchmen's. They have like these crossbows, but they shoot blunt bolts. So pretty much everybody who they, what do you call it? Every person that they get rid of, they become prisoners instead of actually dying. So people were just profiting off a lot of, like, how do I explain it? They were profiting from getting a lot of prisoners and selling these to towns. And now they pretty much made it harder for you to get to that point. So if you want to do like the prison catcher army thing, right, you need, I guess, more time, right, and more experience with the peasants, and have to fight for longer to get XP. Which I don't really have a stance on this. I didn't do it, but I guess it's a good change, right? Now, the seventh thing that I have here on my list that I found important is they said that the stats of some faction army troops have been fixed and rebalanced in order to maintain faction balance. Hopefully that means that these boys up here, what are these boys called again? Sturgeons? They're not even here on my map anymore. I think I destroyed them. They're not even here no more. But the Sturgeons, the pretty much like, I guess like the Viking characters in the game, right? Hopefully they're better. They also stated that their shields were changed to, they just said they were changed pretty much, you know? Hopefully we'll see how that goes in the long run. We'll see if, because the snowballing problem has been kind of changed, but these guys usually get a big army, and the guys on here get a big army. The Khazaits and the Vladians, they usually do the best. And then the Empire sometimes does good, but these are the two powerhouses in my opinion. These guys aren't really a powerhouse at all. The Sturgians, the Asari, I think they're called, down here, they don't do anything either. So hopefully they make them a little bit stronger, and hopefully, you know, some games these guys will be the strongest, or these guys will be the strongest, right? We're gonna see. Hopefully it changes, but you know, we'll see what it does. But yeah, that was patch e1.3.0. That's the beta patch. I just released a video before this about how to switch patches if you would like. You know, it's a cool little thing you could do. Not everyone knows, but hopefully it helps. And yeah, I am starting that series. I kept talking about that series also. I am starting that series from me starting a kingdom to me getting all the way to this point you see on the map right here. Hopefully I can start that very soon. But I also have a couple more videos I want to make before then. So be on the lookout for those. And yeah, I'm really excited about playing this new patch. Let me know what you guys think below about the patch. Any questions that I can answer. And yeah, another Q&A video also coming up. Just, you know, want to let you guys know about all the stuff that's coming up. And yeah, keep staying safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Also, I forgot to add, like I said before, the list will be down below in the description of what I thought were the best changes. And yeah, hopefully that helps. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the support.